Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video and another unboxing. Today we're unboxing 4 watches. They're part of the same collection. They're from a German brand, Nivari, and the collection is called Eden. They just launched on Kickstarter, and you can still join the Kickstarter campaign, which will shave off 30% of the MSRP. These are going to retail between $12.49 and $14.49, but if you join the Kickstarter campaign, the price drops to $850. You get a choice of 4 colorways. You have these 2 which are kind of plain pistachio green and this blue. Then you have a textured pink dial and glossy enamel black. All look the same, but the colors really change the way these watches appear on wrist and as you look at them. Now, one of the things that they claim in their Kickstarter campaign is that they have unmatched quality for the price, which is something I can't wait to check under macro. So do stay tuned for the full review when we put these under macro and see if their claims are true, because in their Kickstarter campaign they claim to be on the same level as Grand Seiko due to all the bevels and all the finishing being handmade. I can't wait to see this under macro to see if it's true, but based on things that I look at it from here, the watches are incredibly well finished, and they claim to have done that especially on the bracelet, where they polished even the underside bevels to give a smooth, silky feel on wrist, which is something again that I'm gonna test for the full review. Now, when it comes to the specs, these are all 40mm watches with 45mm lug to lug and just 9.9mm thick. I'm gonna check that as well, and it's gonna be available in the corner of the screen. And they come with a clasp that comes with on-the-fly adjustments, and it's one of the better on-the-fly adjustments I've seen. As you can see, you have this push button here, so you can always reduce the size by simply pushing, but when you want to increase it, you push on the tab and just pull it out. The clasp reminds me a lot of my Speedmaster clasp, and it really does look like it's incredibly well finished. So like I said, I can't wait to see how this thing shows under macro. The watches all come with 100 meters of water resistance and a screw-in crown, and they're powered by a Swiss-made Sellita SW200. Naturally, you'll get sapphire crystal, and this one comes with AR coating on the underside only, which is exactly the way I like it. I do like the design. It's a very simple. It evokes, some of the model evoke something like a Rolex Oyster Perpetual, while others are aiming more at Grand Seiko, especially this pink one. As soon as I opened the package, my daughter was in love with the pistachio one, my wife was in love with this pink one, and my personal favorite after the pink, yes, I do like the pink quite a lot, is again the blue, and then followed by the black. Pistachio is my last choice, but that's just me. Since this is just the unboxing and first impressions, we're gonna put it on my wrist. We're gonna do a lume shot of one of these, and that's gonna be it for today, because like I said, you should stay tuned for the full review. So let's strap one on and we're gonna see how it is, and I'm gonna wear one on the bracelet just to see their claims of it being silky and very nice to wear are true. So let me just strap one on. Okay, and here it is, the pink one on my 6.5-inch wrist. As you can see, due to the 45mm lug to lug, even though it comes with T-shaped end links, the watch is not too big. It actually is a perfect size for my wrist. Now, I wish it was 39, but this 40 actually wears like a 39. And being thin, as you can see, it really hugs my wrist, and it wears really nicely. Now, this hasn't been sized, but once I size it and wear it for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, we're gonna see how much I have time with them. I will report on the comfort, but based on this, I mean, the bracelet really drapes. It reminds me a lot of my modern Rolex bracelet. Very nicely done. Okay, so let's charge one of these watches, do a lume shot, and that's gonna be it for today. Okay, with the watch charged, let's focus and turn off the lights. And as you can see, the lume is actually pretty good. Even the ones that I didn't charge, as you can see, are clearly visible. So in the lume department, I mean, considering this looks like a dressy sports watch and the lume is not really as important as on a diver, this is more than enough, and it's pretty decent. Very cool, very nice. The only thing that I would change is I would offer a no date version, because when you have dials that are as beautiful as these are, like a no date version would be a really cool option for those that really want to enjoy the dial itself, because the date does kind of intrude the symmetry and it kind of ruins the dial in a more purist way, if I can say it like that. But even without that, I mean, even with the date version, the watches are really, really cool. And I can't wait to put them under macro, because when someone claims that it's on the level of a Grand Seiko, it's not to be taken lightly. Let's check out the black one. Yeah, the black one is really, really amazing. I mean, the crystal has a slight smudge here, but look at the way. Wow. I think the black one is going to be my favorite. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. Like I said, do stay tuned for the full review. And I just noticed that also the hands are a combination of brushed and polished surfaces, which is also very cool. When watches have purely polished hands or markers, one kind of light or angle of the light is going to show them perfectly, the other is going to make them invisible. But when you mix the two, there's always some kind of light or some angle that's going to catch at least one of those surfaces differently and make them pop, and this one does it as well. Very cool, very nice. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.